My name is Dr. Jennifer Mbianda. You're watching The Weight Between Us, and you're going to be experiencing a real-time obesity weight loss consult with no other than Glorilla today.
How you doing, Doc?
I'm good. Are you ready?
I guess so. Let's do it.
First off, I just want to thank you for joining me on this podcast because I understand that this topic is very sensitive, okay? Yeah. And it's going to require a lot of vulnerability and a lot of openness from you. Okay. However, what you're doing today is going to impact a lot of men watching this podcast, because a lot of men are going through exactly what you're going through. And so just sharing your stories with them is going to create a lot of impact. So thank you so much.
No problem.
All right, let's get to it.
All right.
So I always like to start off my consults by saying, this is a judgment-free zone. So please feel free to share and not hold back with me, okay?
Okay.
So I hope that they'll get the ease it out. All right, so what is your current weight in pounds?
I would say about 315, 320. 315,
320. When was the last time you checked that?
April.
In April?
Yeah.
Oh, so a while ago.
Yeah.
So you're not kind of like following up?
Not like I should.
No. And why is that?
I don't know, because like sometimes when I get like into the point of losing weight, I try not to look at a scale, because then when I look at the scale, it's like, oh, I lost 10 pounds. And then
Gotcha.
kind of in my head, oh, I get to do a little break. And then that break turns into 4 cupcakes and, you know. So
you're kind of scared to go look back.
Yeah.
That's
so I kind of just want to keep going until like one day I'm like, oh man, I need a new belt size type thing.
I see. So what would be your like typical desired weight in pounds?
I mean, I'd love to get back to like my college weight, but I don't know if that's going to be true, but maybe 240.
240?
260, somewhere in that range.
Okay,
you know?
240, 260. So we're talking about 60, 80 pounds, right? So when was the last time you were about 240?
10 years ago, maybe.
10 years ago.
15 years ago, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
And currently right now, is this your heaviest weight?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, actually, no. I was around 340, 345, but started working and changing my diet, so I've worked my way to where I'm at now.
When were you 345?
Probably about a year and a half ago.
A year and a half ago, so not too long ago.
Not too long ago.
So how were you able to now get from that 345 to now this 315?
I think it was changing my the medicine I was on and changing what I ate. I was having gallbladder issues, so I cut out a lot of red meat, and I stopped eating sugar. I still eat a lot of sugar.
Okay.
I'm addicted to sugar.
Listen, I told you this is a judgment-free zone, so I want you to bear it all.
Yeah, sodas and juices, like I probably drink more than I eat.
Gotcha. So that's your
cutting back helped a lot, and you know, because like eating the meats and stuff wasn't really putting the pounds on me as much as I noticed the sugary drinks and stuff were. So.
Okay. So what you did was cut back on the red meat. You cut back on some of the sweets, you said.
And some fried foods.
And the fried foods. And what about exercise? Any exercise involved in that, or?
Not as much as I should. Partially because I lost a lung to cancer. And, you know, running used to be one of my favorite activities, but, you know, when you got one lung, it's a lot harder. Plus, I had heart failure. That was another issue I went through.
Yes.
So the heart don't pump the same, so
actually,
you know, walking is fun, but running is a task.
Yeah. So now because of the lungs and now because of the heart, you've had to decrease the way that you move now, so you don't work out as much.
Yeah, I want to get back to that. Again, the medicine that my doctor just got me on is helping, especially with my heart. Like I can tell the difference when I'm going up some stairs or something. Like it used to be a flight and a half of stairs. I'm sweating. Like I really knew it was bad because one day I was moving some equipment and it was 2 flights of stairs. By the time I was on the second flight of stairs, it felt like I was about to urinate on myself.
Yeah.
So I called my doctor and he was like, so I'm going to tell you what's going on. He was like, what happens is your heart feeds everything.
Yes.
And when it can't pump to everything, it chooses what to pump to. So one of the first things he said is pulled away from was your bladder.
Yeah.
And so he was like, your heart's not pumping enough. Your bladder's going to be like, hey, I'm not getting the blood it needs to hold the muscles, so that's kind of was a scary, situation.
Very scary situation. And you probably felt as if you were, again, the shortness of breath, and you probably had some buildup in the legs as well, right?
Yeah.
Definitely. You had some swelling in the legs. So that is definitely a sign of heart failure. And a lot of people don't even realize that it's a diagnosis and sometimes until it's actually too late. But I know you had the lung cancer diagnosis and you were already on the med, so you kind of had an idea already, okay, something is off.
Yeah.
So which is really, really good. Like if something is off and it's not your norm, it's not like, okay, this is just me. You really have to speak up.
Yeah, like I used to be that guy who didn't go to the doctor until I'm almost dead. Now, if I got a cough for 2 days, hey doc,
Absolutely.
I'm coming in.
So
I got insurance, I might as well use it. So
exactly. So you said that you were on a medication though that caused you to gain weight?
yeah, I was on.
What were you on?
I forgot the name of it, but
It was something that caused it.
it was causing like a lot of like I was on a
You were on
diuretic.
Are you on steroids?
Yeah, I was on
Prednisone?
steroid. Yeah,
That's what it was.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it was.
Okay.
So
okay.
yep, and it started puffing me up more. And it was like
that's
right
how that-
around here.
That's how that
And here.
medicine works.
Yeah.
But at the time you needed it because what it does is decrease inflammation will decrease all the fluid in the lungs. So there's benefits and then there's also some negative side effects to it.
Gotcha.
So now let's say within the past year and a half, would you say this 315 has been the lowest rate you've been able to maintain?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just kind of like listening to your story because I'm trying to piece together what specific life events kind of contributed to the weight gain. Do you feel like you were overweight all of your life or only now until the lung cancer diagnosis, not being able to exercise, being on now this medication to cause you to lose weight? Is that when the weight issues started or from the beginning?
I've been a pretty big dude probably since about 6th grade. Like before that, I was scrawny. I probably was a little 90-pound little kid. I had really bad asthma as a kid.
Okay.
And they gave me the little pump. And it was like literally, once I started taking that, it's like my appetite went crazy. I just started eating. I got big. Like probably around about 12th grade, I knew I was around about 220 because that was my football weight. From 12th grade probably until my last year of college, I floated between 220 and 240. But I was playing sports, so it didn't bother me as much because I'm running all the time. I'm working out. Like I wore it well, at least I thought I did, you know.
Gotcha.
Like, I could look down and see my feet, you know. That's the rule. Look down and see my feet and look down and see my other part of me that's important. As long as I saw them too, I wasn't too big. You
Gotcha.
know? But then I say after college, I got a job doing engineering work. I started sitting at a desk. I know I wasn't eating right, so it was like from there, it just kept packing on, like desk work, you know. So, and I still, you know, off and on work at a desk. So I had to learn how to. Now I'm trying to teach myself. Okay, you sit down for 2-3 hours, go get up and go do something. Go walk the dog. Go chase my kids around in the backyard or something, just to keep my body moving.
Keep your body active. Yeah. So you're saying now since the age of 6. Moving up, you've always now struggled with weight.
I say age of 10.
10.
Probably going on, I've been gaining weight. Yeah.
How did your family interact with you in regards to that? Did they kind of say anything positive, negative?
I mean, on my dad's side of the family, I'm a big dude, so you need to play football.
Gotcha.
On my
So it was more encouraged from your dad's side.
Yeah. On my grandma's side, because my grandma mostly raised me. On her side of the family, we were all big. Like everybody was heavy, so
it wasn't
the
a
norm,
thing.
you know.
Yeah. And so what about, Sunday dinners, right?
Yeah.
As a family tradition, that's always like a big thing in our community. How was that for you? Like, did they, we putting all the sides together?
Oh yeah,
all
that plate was plated. You know, it was packed. You know, so yeah, nobody really. We didn't know nothing about portion control or anything. And at one point, my grandmother, she was probably the fast food queen. Like we stayed near like a major strip, so that whole strip probably knew her. So McDonald's, Captain D's, any fast food restaurant, we would probably eat it.
Yeah. So that's basically ingrained in you, right? So that's what you grew up with. So eating the same way, did you felt like, okay, this is just what we do, and you kind of kept that same lifestyle all the way up into adulthood, you would say?
Yeah, probably until late into my marriage, because my wife, she's small. She probably weighed like $120.
Okay, so when you got married, you feel like, okay, your eyes were opened up to say, okay, this is a different type of world, you would say?
Yeah, because, I look at her, she's small, I'm a big dude, and it was just like, people look at us like, we look like the number 10. She was slim and I was round, so. So it was kind of more, it was also in my head, I want to stay fit or get fit I definitely want to get more fit now just because, you know, that's my wife. I want to look good for her.
Yeah.
I want when I walk in the room, she likes something now, but I want her to, everybody need to leave. I need some time with my man type of shit, you know.
Gotcha. So how was it now? So I guess let's round that back. So your motivating factor to change your lifestyle was now your wife.
My wife and my kids. Because
Gotcha.
the health scares let me know, like even my doc said, with your heart failing and with the cancer, your life is cut short.
Absolutely.
He was being honest with me. He was like, you probably lost at least a good 20 years, if not more.
Absolutely. So all the way up until that point, you were still just eating the same, but it's only because that's what you were used to, right?
Yeah, it was
you didn't know any better.
I didn't know any better, yeah. Definitely didn't know any better, you know.
Okay.
My wife, she cooks and she cooked more healthy, but I would eat her food, but then, especially when I was at work at the office, I still have like snacks in my drawer type stuff.
Right. But that's just because that's habit. That's what you own. That's what you knew. That's what you knew. And again, you said the food was your best friend, right?
Yeah.
So talk to me a little bit more about that. What triggers would you have to say, okay, let me grab that Snicker. Let me grab that little Oreo. You know,
For me, just sitting around. Like, if I'm, like in my leisure time, I sometimes do work, but I play video games. I watch TV like everybody else. But, you know, you sit there in the TV, you start grabbing stuff and you just...
Yeah.
4 chips become a bag.
Right.
You know, or a honey bun or something, you know, it's like... You don't think about how much you ate until that bag is in. He's like, I ate this whole bag of chips, you know. I ate this whole box of cookies.
Did you ever feel guilty afterwards? Or did you feel like, okay, that actually satisfied my soul?
It made me feel more guilty. Then I got mad because I got to go buy more for me and the kids.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
Gotcha. But now when that, you know, your mindset shifted, right, because of the health scare, is that fair to say?
Yeah,
because of the health scare, because now you have the kids, because now you have the wife, and you want to live long for them. What was that initial mindset for you, like that shift? Like how did you shift now your mindset? Because even though all of those things are there, right, it's kind of still hard if the habits and your relationship with food was like a best friend. Like how did you actually do it?
I still battle with it.
Till this day?
Yeah, because, you know, sometimes you're out and about. I also shoot movies and stuff, and then a lot of times the food that they feed us on the set might not be the best, or we just got to hurry up and get something to eat. So fast food is still entwined. I try to...
You still haven't broken the cycle yet?
I would probably go a good run, and then I fall off. And I go a good run, and I fall off. So,
what makes you fall off?
Me and convenience.
The work life.
Yeah, and I hate to say it, most of the stuff that's cheap to eat is the bad stuff. You know, you go
it's quick.
Go to one of these vegan spots, you get one little wrap, I'm $15, $20 out. I'm like, I can go get 15 wings and fries for that same price and eat twice. You know?
It's tough because it's like being healthy is so expensive nowadays. It's
and
tough.
My wife keeps telling me health is wealth. I'm like, yeah, but you got to have wealth to get health.
It's true. You need money to be healthy in this economy, in this world. That's a lot to unpack there. Yeah. It's a lot. But at least you're honest. I think that's key. And knowing, you know, where you are. So knowing, okay, it's the inconveniences of work and just adulting and lifing. That's what throws you off. It's not like you can't, you know, fully achieve the goals that you want.
Yeah, it's honestly discipline too. Yeah. It's always going to be discipline.
But I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that and how the medications are changing our mindset when it comes to obesity, because now it's not all about discipline. And I'm going to talk to you about how the medicines do work when it comes to that food noise that you do have. Okay. So now we have help. Okay.
Because I done tried a lot of diets.
I know you've tried. So when you've tried the diets, that's going to be my next question. When you've tried the diet or even tried working out, now that you're getting older, is it more harder to now lose the weight versus when you were in your 20s?
Oh, heck yeah. I did the keto diet like 5 years ago. I dropped like 25, 30 pounds. It was cool when I did it, but then it was like I started in January. No, I started around about March or April. By the time Thanksgiving hit, I was down like 25, almost 30 pounds, but Thanksgiving.
Can't try that no more though.
Thanksgiving hit, I was like, I gotta eat. Yeah. And then that weight came back, and then I tried it again. And I was like, when I tried it later on, I was like, yeah, my stomach don't like eating like this.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't know how nobody can live off keto for more than a year.
No, it's tough. I don't think it's realistic, and that's why I always encourage my patients that you have to do things that you're actually going to stick to. Yeah. Because I can tell you to do X, Y, and Z, but if you're not going to follow through with it, it's a waste. So I always like to meet my patients where they are, and let's come up with a mutual treatment plan that I know for sure you're going to follow. Okay. Absolutely. So. Now, next question I have for you. I want you to walk me through your typical day, average day, because I know things vary. What time do you wake up? What do you eat? And when do you eat? So I get a good sense of your relationship with food. Okay.
So usually on a day I'm not filming, I wake up around 7 o'clock. Around 7:30, if I take my kids to school, I do that. So I come back to the house. I usually cook around 8 in the morning. I would do something like a 2-egg omelet, cheese, mushrooms, spinach, and some pico and stuff. Maybe a meat in the mix. But then after that, I go to work for a couple hours, try to drink water in between it now. Now before it'd probably be some soda. Okay. But now it's more water. And then around 12 or 1, I usually have some kind of small lunch, wraps or something. Now before it'd probably be some fast food, but again, trying to switch.
So wraps are fast, so it's okay. Non-judgment zone, remember?
So yeah, like my favorite one I always used to do, or when I still do it, I'll do like a spinach wrap with some turkey. Okay. And some ranch and maybe one piece of bacon if I do some meat. Okay. Then dinner.
Any snacking between now this lunch and dinner?
Now, no, but probably 4 or 5 months ago, candy. Okay. Yeah, but trying to cut the candy out. So now, try not to do anything like, it's the summertime, so I do cheat. Now, I just do like frozen grapes or frozen watermelon because it kind of give me that crunch. So I kind of trick my head into thinking I'm eating chips, but it's fruit. You know, I still get a little bit of sugar, but not as much. And then for dinner, it just depends. I might cook some pasta or my wife may cook. So it's 3 good meals and dinner's probably my heaviest meal. Okay. What are you eating for dinner's the pasta? Yeah, pasta or something like that. And I try to eat that before 7 o'clock if I can. Okay. But it just depends because sometimes it's 8 or 9. But I don't like eating that late anymore, especially because I be scared it's going to trigger my gallbladder. Your gallbladder, so. Yeah. So do you feel like the hungriest at night, in the evening? I'm actually hungriest in the morning. Okay, in the morning. And do you feel full when you eat? Yeah.
Okay. And you said, as far as cravings, candy, sweet, salt?
Sweets. Definitely salt. Potato chips are my worst enemy.
Sweets and salt. Yeah. Okay. And now walk me through your beverages. I know you said you drink water around lunchtime, but you still juices and sodas?
Yeah. Okay. Right now, I probably drink 4 cups of juice in the whole day.
4 cups of juice. Yeah. Okay.
I try my best to stay away from sodas, but if it's not juice, then it might be a soda. Gotcha. Honestly.
Okay. No, it's okay. And typically, you're eating your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You're not skipping meals. It doesn't sound like, unless you're probably working and things are off.
If I'm working, then it's just whenever I can grab something, and then that's probably going to be my worst day to eat. Gotcha. And the portion size, what would you say? Medium, small, or large? I would say breakfast and lunch, palm to hand. Dinner, it could be anything. I'm not gonna lie. And I need to cut back on my dinner because I just feel like I don't even like eating heavy, but it's just, I don't know, in my mind, it's the last meal of the day. Let me, eat what I want. But now I'll be like, I need to stop that anyway because I don't like I don't like relaxing on a heavy stomach or ending my day on a heavy stomach. But,
okay. So I'm just gonna put your numbers in just to get your BMI, okay? How tall are you?
6 feet.
And we said 6 feet, and we said you weigh 320. Yeah.
Should be like what, about?
And again, I always like to tell my patients that the BMI was like designed back in the day, all right? And so with the BMI, you only look at the weight as it compares to the height. It doesn't look at muscle, and it doesn't look at bone, all right? So us as Black people, we have more muscle and we have more bone. So we will always appear heavier with the BMI. It's not to say the BMI is completely trash. I'm not saying that. However, and with Black people, it tends to be a little bit off. So it's always going to be a few points heavier. However, your BMI, given all of that, is 43. That would be considered morbidly obese. Again, I would probably take some few points off, but again, still morbidly obese, all right? What we didn't realize before these medications came about was that there is a relationship with the gut and the brain, okay? So that's why when you get emotional, you think about food, because now this hunger hormone goes up. And then now your reward centers are like, okay, feed me because I need this, right? So that I can feel happy. And so that can become a problem if that's too high. Some people, that gut hormone is not that high. That makes you want to just crave everything. And that's why you could just be thinking about Burger King, KFC, everything else, and someone else may not. And so that is one of the most contributing factors to obesity. Because at this point, it's not a willpower, it's a hormonal issue. Secondly, there's another hormone that's responsible for the sensation of making you feel full. This medication actually works on that. So you see how you was talking about, oh, you could eat all those chips and Oreos, and then at the end of the day, you don't eat 4 bags of chips. Again, just listening to you, I already can sense that hormone that's responsible for the sensation of fullness for you, that's probably low. For someone else, okay, it's up. And now they can just eat that 1 bag of chip and they're done. Again, that is a huge contributing factor to obesity, because now it's a hormonal problem. It's not just a you problem. You see? Yeah. So now these medications are working on that hormone, brain, gut axis, and now you have less food noise. Now you eat maybe that 1 chip and then you put it down. Okay. Yeah, so super great, right? Yeah. Now I'm gonna just list off some certain side effects and complications of the drug, right? Because there are side effects and there are complications. And you know, great, the drugs are great. You have a different outlook on food. But there's 2 most common side effects I tell people about. One is the constipation. And I think it's because now you're eating less, little in and then little out. And also, too, I think the food is just sitting in the stomach. So it's taking a longer time to come out your colon. And now the next thing is, if you test the medicine, it's going to test you. Meaning, if you eat anything oily, greasy, spicy, sweet, very acidic, right? Even sometimes some fruits can have a lot of sugar in them and just very citrusy. Remember, I tell you, the concept is that the food does not want to go down. So if it's only sitting in your stomach, the only place is up. So that's where the heartburn, the indigestion, the nausea, the vomiting, the bloating, the pain can result. However, if you just eat the right things, it won't occur. And being on this drug, it's actually easy to do that. And I know it's hard to wrap your head around, because you're like, are you serious? I really eating and want that bacon in the morning? And I'm going to say, yeah, you're not even going to think about that bacon. You're going to be like, I don't even need it. And then gallstones, that's why we said I would never start you on this medication, because you have such frequent flare-ups and you have the issue with the gallbladder. And that is not even the medicine as well. That's just because if you lose too much weight too fast, whether it's like natural or with the help of medicine or surgery, you can get the stones, okay? So those are the major complications of the drug. A lot of patients always try to ask me, Doc, is it going to kill me? Am I going to die on this medication? Are people dying? And my answer to that is, there are a lot of signs and symptoms you have to pay attention to, right? So like I was saying, with the pancreatitis, you have severe pain in the upper part of the belly. You can't ignore that. If you're having that type of pain, you would have to call the person that's prescribing that medication to you, like, hey, what's going on? They would have to encourage you. You need to go to the hospital right away, get a CAT scan, because we all, just so you guys know, not all tests are the same. Not all tests are the same. So a CAT scan is what you would need. And you can't delay. So delay in care is what causes the death, not the drug itself.
Gotcha.
Okay? So I hope this was super informative for you. And just so you know, at the end of the day, it's not you. Okay?
So it don't miss my libido?
No.
Okay. That's the first question I ask any doctor for any medicine.
It's true, because some drugs do mess with your libido. You're absolutely right to ask that question. Yeah, you're not crazy.
Yeah, all right. That's my first question. Other question, when you get on it, are you on it forever, or is it like 6 months?
So guess what? That's going to be part 2 on our podcast.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
Because I have an answer for that.
Okay, cool.
All right, my name is Dr. Mbianda. Thank you for watching the Wait Between Us podcast. I hope this podcast was educational and informative. If you like this podcast, leave us a review, give us a thumbs up, and subscribe. And if you're looking for ways to support your weight loss journey, that's exactly why I developed Gelfie, a wellness brand created to give you the nutritional support you need along the way. Until next time, thank you for tuning in. This is the Dr. Mbianda Show, season The Wait Between Us. Make sure you follow me at Dr. Mbianda on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube for more conversations like this. And share this with someone who needs to hear it, because none of us should have to figure this out alone.